Hello everyone. I am back with another video on the third installment of Talking Movies. I'm going to talk about a Space Jam: A New Legacy. Yesterday I talked about the original Space Jam with Michael Jordan. That I watched it over the weekend, along Sunday, along with New Legacy, and I'm gonna review the Space Jam Part Two. So, obviously, a very different film from the first one. It stars LeBron James, uh, 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 a new NBA legend, and current plays for the Los Angeles Lakers, Midwestern boy from Akron, Ohio, ex Cleveland Cavaliers player, um, is stars in this film as the lead, and basically the plot is about a father, a, NBA player who has a son who is who wants to follow in his footsteps, and basically he wants to do the son wants to follow his own path as his father's, and they end up in this game system, and basically as and pretty much the characters of Looney Tunes are they basically go into this video game uh where they're trapped, and LeBron James has to find his son and to get him back into the real world, and that's basically the plot. And Don Cheadle plays the villain in the film, and he does a phenomenal job. At this movie, I really enjoyed it. I can't say I loved it because I love the original Space Jam, and it's from my generation. And I know I mentioned this before that millennials are now parents, got their kids to see the sequel, to kind of bring their offsprings to the this movie to relive their childhood and pass it on to their kids. And for me, I'm not a parent, but it was very different from the first film, but still had the father and son dynamic, very similar to the Michael Jordan one. And my favorite part of the movie is when they're competing basically, at the end of the movie, in a basketball game, in the video game that they're in, and it had all the all the characters, from all the movie characters from Warner Brothers properties. Um, the Mask, The Matrix, it it Chapter 1 and 2, The Nun, all the characters from the Warner Brothers um, universe were in this film. Batman, Superman, any property part of Warner Brothers in New Line Cinema, uh, uh, it chapters 1 and 2, uh, well, any Warner Brothers property uh, was featured in this film, which I love. And my favorite part is not only the basketball scene, but also is another scene that my favorite part. Uh, I haven't, I yeah, different story for different day, but uh, the part where in the film where LeBron James and Bugs Bunny and other characters, and LeBron James and Bugs Bunny basically, along with Looney Tunes characters, they go basically from each Warner Brothers property, the well-known movies that have been made by Warner Brothers, the movies that I mentioned before. Uh, they basically, they switch from one Warner Brothers movie to another. they go from Matrix, Batman, and with Superman, and and yeah, it was really really funny, and I practiced and have seen most of these films minus The Matrix. So, my review, I'm not going to do any spoilers. You guys have to see the film. It's catered to kids or parents who have children. So, anyways, I just thought it was a fun movie, and it did tremendously at the box office. Not as big as Black Widow, but yeah, I like Warner Brothers and DC movies more than Marvel, anyways. So, uh, yeah, it's a fun film, and I highly uh, uh, I won't say highly recommend it, but again, if you're a fan of cartoons and LeBron James, he's one of my favorite basketball players of all time. Uh, Check this out um, and see if you like it or not. So that's it for my movie review. That's it for another installment, the third installment of Talking Movies. For more, write your comments below. Share your thoughts. See you at the movies. Take care. Bye.